Hello and welcome to Inside Luxury Travel with me, Varun Sharma. In this show, I'm in New York. Now, I film this city during every season, except sadly for winter. But with the odd snow flurry in the sky and sub-zero temperatures, my dream has finally come true. For 5 years in the 18th century, New York was the capital of the United States. While Washington, D.C. is now the premier city, New York is still the financial capital, arguably, of the world. Situated on the east coast of the USA, the whole of metropolitan New York is around 800 square kilometers in area and is made up of 5 boroughs, with Manhattan being the focus of this episode. Manhattan is bordered by the Hudson River to the west, Harlem River to the north, and the East River, well, to the east. Originally inhabited by the Lenape Indians, the name Manhattan comes from Mannahatta, or island of the Manor Hills, and is 60 square kilometers in area, and is broken up into downtown, midtown, and uptown. It's dominated by the magnificent Central Park. First up, the Upper East Side, which stretches from the 59th to 96th Streets and across from Central Park to the East River. It's the most affluent postal codes in the USA. Coming up, I get a private tour of the superb Frick collection. I learn the art of making the perfect Manhattan, and I get all shirty with my favorite fashion designer. After arriving at John F. Kennedy International Airport, I was driven the 45 minutes to the Upper East Side and the Mark Hotel. Now, you may remember at the top of the show I was staying at the Mark Hotel, and the head concierge there, Isabel, had arranged something very special for me. I've been here in New York City for 10 days, and this is my final night, and I'm spending it here at the American Museum of Natural History. A night at the museum. The general manager of the Natural History Museum Hotel is Brad Harris. Brad, firstly, tell me a bit about the history of this museum.
Well, it's 140 years old. It's 25 buildings built over 140 years. They're all interconnected, and none of the architects had the same vision. So it's a challenge and it's an exciting adventure just to get around the building.
I can imagine. It can take hours to get round.
Absolutely.
You are very famous for certain exhibits, though. What would you say the highlights of the museum are?
Well, I mean, everyone has their favorite areas. We have the Rose Center, which is about Earth and space. Some of my favorite areas, the dinosaur halls, which are pretty incredible. But I think one of the really special places in the museum is the Milstein Hall of Ocean Life. We've got a 94-foot blue whale suspended from the ceiling. Okay. Well, apparently I'm doing something very special. It's just going to be me tonight, right,
which I think is, well, exciting and obviously very, very luxurious.
Right.
What have I got to look forward to?
Well, we've saved a special spot for you under the blue whale, which is the premier spot in the museum. I believe there's a little extra bedding for you because you do require some luxury. However, we do supply a cot to every one of our visitors that comes here, and we have graciously offered one for you this evening.
So, Brad, would you say that a night at the museum is better than staying at any suite in any hotel here in New York?
I believe that coming to the American Museum of Natural History is a unique experience. However, I do believe that staying overnight is one of the most unique experiences an individual could have. Typically, we have a sleepover night. We have between 350 to 400 people. So a smaller group, absolutely the best experience, the most unique experience an individual could have.
Well, it's getting late.
It is.
I can see that you are ushering people out the door. So it's just going to be me, myself, and I tonight in this wonderful museum. Well, tonight I could watch an IMAX movie, or I could do a fossil exploration by torchlight. But you know, I've had 10 really intense days here in New York City, and all I want to do is rest. I've had a fabulous time in the Big Apple. The hotels, the restaurants, the museums, the art galleries have all been sensational. But what I'll never forget, the only guest in the 1 million square foot American Museum / Hotel of Natural History, where I get to sleep under a 94-foot blue whale. Sensational. Until next time, from Inside Luxury Travel with me, Varun Sharma, good night. It's rather dark. What's that noise? What am I doing here? Well, I suppose it's the last show of the series. Maybe just count sheep. 1, 2, 3.